Hi, welcome to my channel. Today, we will be going to tackle the most anticipated movies of 2022. While the coronavirus pandemic continues to have a massive impact on the movie industry, Hollywood continues to press on in 2022. With that in mind, we look ahead to the films we expect to see gracing Cineplex marquees in the coming year. And boy, do we have some great titles lined up, with superhero fare, action, and adventure. So let's dive onto it. The 355. When a top-secret weapon falls into mercenary hands, wild-card CIA agent Mace Brown will need to join forces with rival badass German agent Marie, former MI6 ally and cutting-edge computer specialist Khadija, and skilled Colombian psychologist Graciela on a lethal, breakneck mission to retrieve it, while also staying one step ahead of a mysterious woman, Lin Mi-sheng, who is tracking their every move. As the action rockets around the globe from the cafes of Paris to the markets of Morocco to the wealth and glamour of Shanghai, the quartet of women will forge a tenuous loyalty that could protect the world or get them killed. Uncharted. This Indiana Jones-styled action-adventure film, based on the popular video game series of the same name, has been floating around in development for more than a decade, but it wasn't until June of 2019 that we got some solid forward movement on it. Tom Holland was confirmed to star in the film as the central hero, Nathan Drake, and it officially went into production in early 2020. It lands here after several shifts in the release schedule. Let's hope it stays here. The Batman. If you're looking for yet another iteration of the Caped Crusader, you're in luck. Despite the ongoing DC Extended Universe of films, which includes other entries in 2022 like The Flash and Aquaman 2, Planet of the Apes director Matt Reeves tackles what looks to be an even darker take on Batman than we've already seen, with an impressive cast that includes Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, Paul Dano as the Riddler, and Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. The Lost City. This romantic action-adventure stars Sandra Bullock as a reclusive romance novelist who embarks on a book tour with the cover model, Channing Tatum, who graces all of her novels, only for the pair to be swept up in a jungle adventure when a kidnapping attempt goes awry. The film will be directed by the Ney brothers, whose last film was the Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn Are Modern-Day Treasure Hunters movie Band of Robbers, and co-star Daniel Radcliffe as the villain who kidnaps Sandra Bullock's character. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the last big movies to hit theaters before coronavirus lockdowns went into effect, and it became one of the highest-grossing films of 2020. This year, Sonic, Ben Schwartz, is back on the big screen, as Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey, returns with a furry pal of his own named Knuckles, voiced by Idris Elba, and Sonic must team up with a new friend, voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, to stop him. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. After the events of Avengers: Endgame, Dr. Stephen Strange continues his research on the Time Stone. But an old friend turned enemy seeks to destroy every sorcerer on Earth, messing with Strange's plan and also causing him to unleash unspeakable evil. Anticipation will be high for this entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the first of 3 in 2022, that will directly tie in with the events in Marvel's first Disney Plus series, WandaVision. And possibly even the animated Disney Plus series What If? After some behind-the-scenes shakeups, director Sam Raimi jumped on board, and judging from the first teaser, it's going to be a wild ride. Top Gun: Maverick. After more than 30 years of service as one of the Navy's top aviators, Pete Mitchell is where he belongs, pushing the envelope as a courageous test pilot and dodging the advancement in rank that would ground him. Great balls of fire, we're getting a Top Gun sequel after more than 30 years. Not a whole lot is known about the movie, except that the filmmakers have recruited Miles Teller to play Goose's son and that Val Kilmer is officially back as Iceman. And as the trailer promises, it will again feature Tom Cruise riding motorcycles, playing volleyball, and flying jets like a madman. Jurassic World Dominion. The film is set 4 years after the events of Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom, in which genetically engineered dinosaurs were auctioned to companies around the world while others were released on the US mainland. The story takes place around the world and depicts humans living with dinosaurs. Jeff Goldblum closed out the last chapter of the Jurassic franchise by declaring humans would have to learn to coexist with dinosaurs, and though the plot of this trilogy capper is being kept under pretty tight wraps, it's safe to assume it will deal with the ramifications of Lost Kingdom. The big news here is that original stars Laura Dern and Sam Neill are both returning alongside Goldblum, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Chris Pratt. Minions: The Rise of Gru. The untold story of one 12-year-old's dream to become the world's greatest supervillain. The untold story of one 12-year-old's dream to become the world's greatest supervillain. The untold story of one 12-year-old's dream to become the world's greatest supervillain. We last saw the Minions wreaking havoc in 1960s England before they met up with a young Gru. Perhaps their next adventure will be their first with him. Whatever shenanigans the Yellow Ones, voiced by Pierre Coffin, get up to, expect them to be at it again for Minions 3 and Minions 4, and so on. The first Minions movie made more than $1.5 billion globally and helped the Despicable Me franchise become the highest-grossing animated franchise of all time. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.